What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Spider Cal, back with my boy.
What up, Kimson?
And we're gonna talk about this Venom trailer. I know we're late.
Oh God.
But I feel like I have to put my 2 cents about this trailer. And I personally think that the movie's gonna suck.
I would have to agree. Sadly, it just looks too cheese. I mean, Sony's done a good job with certain Marvel movies in the past, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That was really good.
You
the
like
first two.
You like Tobey? I like the second one with
Doc Ock.
Yes,
That was hot.
I enjoyed that one.
That was hot.
The fighting scene, he still wasn't as acrobatic as I wanted him to be, but he was good enough, and I enjoyed the fight scene and the scene where he was kind of doing like the Superman type of scene where he would stop the train.
Yeah,
like that was hot. That was hot.
That was a good one.
But yeah, other than that, Sony. I also enjoyed. To me, my ideal Spider-Man is Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield is Spider-Man / Peter Parker to me. He got that Peter Parker look when he's Peter Parker, especially in
That's the British brother, right?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Especially in Spider-Man 2, even though he didn't do that well, to me he's Spider-Man. Not
Homecoming?
No, not Homecoming. What is that kid's name? I can't remember his name.
It was another British actor, right? You talking about that dude?
Yeah,
with the reptile guy. What's his name?
The Lizard.
Yeah.
And he was in part 2. He was in the movie with Jamie Foxx.
God.
Yeah, him. I mean, part 2 wasn't that great.
Oh my God.
Jamie Foxx did an awesome job.
He did.
Even though like the casting still wasn't where it was supposed to be, Jamie Foxx killed the role.
Yeah.
And the movie wasn't really amazing, but it was all right to me. And Andrew Garfield is Spider-Man / Peter Parker to me.
Yeah.
The new Spider-Man, he's cool.
I like him.
I enjoy him too. But just like to me, I'm so sick of these reboots of Spider-Man. It's like
I don't get it.
It's sickening.
I don't get why they do that. This is going to be definitely interesting with the whole Venom standalone. We talked about how they don't. I mean, you see the trailer. He doesn't have the white spider, which is kind of off-putting in a way, because it's like now you got to think about like, okay, how is the story? Are they gonna combine it with the Spider-Man now? Like, how is that gonna work?
All right,
how's that gonna work out?
Well, all right. The reason why I think it's gonna suck is mainly because Spider-Man is not in this story. He is not part of the origin of Venom, which we all know. You can't have Venom without Spider-Man.
Exactly.
You can't even have like the shape of his eyes. Like the fact that his eyes are shaped the way it is doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So if you're gonna just have the shape of his eyes the way they are, you might well just put the white spider and the white patches behind his fist and have it spinning webs, and and just however you're gonna spin it, you just spin it like that.
That's another thing. They didn't show that. They didn't show him using webs or anything that.
Just using the symbiote to stick on walls or whatever.
That don't.
It makes no sense. Now, here's the only way, in my opinion, they can fix this movie. If Sony and Marvel was smart enough to incorporate like a multiverse, where like this is like the universe where Venom, in this movie where Venom is created, it somehow blends in with the Marvel universe with like Infinity War and all that, and the new Spider-Man that's in that movie, So like maybe in Avengers 4, however, the people that died in Avengers 4 come back, because as we know, another Spider-Man movie is coming out after Infinity War, Far From Home or something like that.
Yep.
If somehow they was able to incorporate that Spider-Man into the universe of this particular Venom, and maybe, I don't know, they do something where maybe Eddie Brock Venom in this particular universe somehow get a hold of that Spider-Man in the Marvel universe.
Okay.
For a short period of time, and then goes back to Brock, and then he forms like the White Spider. And like some organic webs or something. You know, something like that. You know, I would accept that.
Yeah.
If they were smart enough to do that, but I just don't believe they're smart enough to do it. And plus, this particular Eddie Brock is not Eddie Brock. He sounds so stupid. I'm Eddie Brock, and I'm a reporter.
He does sound bad.
You suck at hiding. Oh, I got a parasite. Bye, Mrs. P.
Yeah, the scene where he's walking through the convenience store.
Yeah, after just eating some dude's face.
Apparently, which he doesn't. From what you tell me, he doesn't even eat. He doesn't eat. He threatens to eat people.
In the comics, growing up in the comics, Venom always threatened to eat people.
Mm-hmm.
For as long as I remember reading about him, he always threatened to eat Spider-Man's brains and different limbs. It's always his brains.
That's messed up.
It's always his brains. But he always threatened to eat people. I ain't never seen him actually physically eat a person before.
That'd
you know, if he has, I definitely missed that particular book. Yeah. But in this movie, the way they're displaying is like he's actually eating motherfuckers.
Wow.
So like in the last scene of the trailer, he got some dude yoked up and he's talking about, I'm gonna eat your face and your arms and your legs, and you're gonna be this armless, legless thing walking, wheeling itself down the street like a turd in the wind. And then, you know, I guess he eats them. They show him like goes for like he's going to eat them, and the Asian lady is like, she's horrified.
Yep.
And he trains back. He's like, I got a parasite.
Yeah. Like, what is that?
Bye, Mrs. P.
What is that? Yeah, I don't understand that.
Eddie Brock is cocky, man.
He's a dick.
He's a dick.
For lack of a better word, he's a dick.
He's a liar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he cut corners and he lies to get to where he wants to be. And he has this type of aggression that when he speaks with confidence. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like part of his origin is hating on Spider-Man or Peter Parker at first, because Peter Parker is in his way of getting to where he wants to be as far as the Daily Bugle. And that's the other thing. He claims to be a reporter. Does that mean the Daily Bugle is going to be incorporated into this?
You know what? That's what I was thinking too. Before you were saying that, I was thinking, I wonder if they're going to introduce Jameson. You know what I mean? Which they would then have to. They would then have to introduce, like, how they're gonna do it. They would have to introduce Spider-Man because he's working at the Daily Bugle at this time. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be really interesting to see how they're gonna.
It's gonna be terrible.
Work.
It's gonna suck.
It's probably gonna suck.
It's gonna suck.
But who knows? Maybe they'll do something.
I hate it already.
Maybe they'll do something that'll make it seem like I don't know. Maybe it'll work somehow.
I will say this. Venom does look good.
He does look. He looks like Venom. He's way better than the last Spider-Man.
Yeah. My spider senses are tingling. If you know what I mean.
That was so painful to watch. So painful.
Who made those movie? What's his name? Sam Raimi or some shit?
The director?
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's an asshole. He's definitely an asshole for making that film.
Sam Raimi.
Oh my God.
Something. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, Venom does look better than that particular Spider-Man. And even that Spider-Man wasn't designed correctly. You know, but
I don't think so either.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm so sick of these studios take these classic storylines that are not broken. Mm-hmm. Like they're famous for a reason. Mm-hmm. You don't need to change pivotal and important, you know, aspects of these origins just for what? Like so you can feel like you didn't create this shit.
No, they didn't. They didn't. They really didn't.
This stuff doesn't belong to you. No. You're lucky that someone blessed you with the job of creating a movie behind it. So like, why would you do stuff like you wouldn't incorporate Spider-Man? Like introduce the multiverse. Call Andrew Garfield back in the shit, and have like a Sony Marvel type universe, whereas Andrew Garfield is part of that, because like his last Spider-Man movie in some of the trailers, like there was some scene where somebody was like, he's swinging on another rooftop, and then there's something at a distance swings on another roof, and it was like, oh, is that Venom? Like years ago when part 2 was
what?
Yeah, man. Like if I could find the trailer, I'll show it to you.
That's crazy.
There's a scene where Spider-Man 2 was being introduced, and he in the trailer he swung to some rooftop, and then there was show like in the distance behind him something else swung on another rooftop behind him, but he couldn't sense him.
That's crazy.
And people's like, the reason why he couldn't sense him because Spider senses doesn't work when Venom's around him. So that's weird. Yeah, so like that's why when it comes to Venom always able to get the drop on Spider-Man because Spider senses doesn't work with Venom.
Okay.
Because of his interaction when he had the symbiote or whatever. Okay. But it was like, it's just so much. So bring back Andrew Garfield. Like the man is still like the same size that he was.
He was a little dude.
Yeah, he's skinny as hell.
He was just a little dude.
Man, I don't know. I'm not feeling. I definitely would tell you this. The guy that's playing like the Eddie Brock part of the story, he is not Eddie Brock.
No,
that's not the way Eddie Brock's behave. That's not his mannerisms.
It's weird too because like you would think that, you know, going back to the whole like, the only thing Hollywood needs to change is maybe update the suits or the look of certain characters. But as far as the storyline goes, don't touch it. Don't ruin the characters.
It's gonna be bad.
Don't, especially for Venom. He's like one of my favorite Marvel anti-heroes, I guess you can call them.
Yeah, anti-heroes. Yeah, especially now you can call them anti-heroes.
Yeah,
especially in the books.
That trailer was just, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
I can't remember the name of the team. The symbiotes. There's 5 symbiotes. They only showed 3 of the 5. They're gonna look good because
no doubt,
because they're based. I know their origin's gonna be completely wrong because in the books they're created from Venom's symbiote. Like they were stealing eggs in the book. Venom got captured and they were stealing seedlings from Eddie Brock's symbiote and created these 5 other symbiotes. So they're gonna look fine. And they don't got spider symbols or anything like that. They're kind of like fodder symbiotes or whatever. And I can't remember the name of the symbiote race because like they did a whole story with it, like where Eddie Brock's symbiote where they originally came from. Right. So there's like a race of symbiotes, and now there's a symbiote god. There's like a
what?
Yeah, there's a new book where like there's this god of the symbiotes.
That's crazy.
Where he created the symbiote and he killed the celestial.
What?
Yeah, yo, it was like like in the beginning there was darkness, so he was darkness, and darkness was his realm. So then later on, celestials came and started creating the universe. Okay. So the darkness was the universe, and celestials start coming around and start creating life and worlds and stuff. And he formed like this symbiote type blade or whatever that's able to kill the celestials. And he killed one of the celestials. It's crazy. The story is bugged out. But he has the Venom, but it's in red though. He has the Venom spider symbol on his chest. Huh. Yeah, it's weird, yo.
That is weird.
It's a good story. It's a really good story. But I don't know if they're gonna incorporate that, which I know they're not.
No,
you know, that's just too much.
I mean, we might see that in maybe 2020 if we're lucky.
Yeah, if we're lucky.
If we're lucky, if they stay in the business of doing that, who knows? I don't know what Disney Marvel is gonna do now. So, but
that's why Sony keeps failing with these movies, man. You know, thank God Disney got the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four now. They're talking about making a new Fantastic Four movie.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
Is it gonna be by the books? You think?
Under the hands of Marvel?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely. Like I have complete faith. You know, Johnny Storm is actually gonna be white.
And I don't know what they were trying to go. Maybe it's for that was during. No, I was gonna say it was during like the All Lives Matter movement.
No. That was
I wonder if that was just
that last Fantastic Four abomination was way before all this Black Lives and All Lives or whatever lives.
What they were doing,
man. these stupid ass fucking directors trying to, oh, I'm gonna put my own little taste on it.
Let's make them black.
I'm gonna sprinkle this and make,
which is fine. That's okay, but they're not it's not the characters. You're changing the whole story again.
Look, if I'm gonna see a Luke Cage movie, he better not fucking be fucking white. He better not be white. I don't want to see John Cena as Luke Cage.
Yo, that would be some funny shit. That would be some funny. I would watch it just for shits and giggles.
No. I would throw all kinds of shit and shade on that dumbass movie. I don't want to see Henry Cavill as fucking Blade. You know, be true to the source material.
Yo,
I don't want to see Homeboy from Chronicles as Johnny Storm.
No, it don't make no sense.
And what was a big twist to that whole thing was, in my mind, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, okay, Johnny Storm, he's adopted. Sue Storm was adopted.
What?
They made the white girl that was adopted to his family.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
why would they do? What was the point? I don't get it. I don't get it. And this is what we have to do a channel just ranting about that, because I feel like there's too much of it going on in Hollywood.
It's crap.
And filming industry is like they don't.
It's crap. You want good roles for the black community, then create characters, superhero characters. Hey, Will Smith did it. I'm still waiting for a Hancock Part 2.
Damn.
I thought that was amazing.
Was that based off a comic?
I ain't never seen. I feel like Will Smith just be like, hey, let's do my own version of Black Suit. Cause you know,
that's basically what he was.
You know, before random, what's his name? Random Roth or random what is that dude? Brandon Roth, the last Superman before Henry Cavill.
Oh, he was in Scott Pilgrim. He was the vegan.
Yes, okay, the vegan.
Yeah.
Yes, the vegan in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. He was a pretty good Superman, actually.
Yeah, I enjoyed him. But it was talks about Will Smith being Superman. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember if he was gonna be that particular Superman.
What?
That Brandon Roth or whatever his name is was gonna play, or the Henry Cavill Superman. But there was talks of Will Smith being Superman. I don't want to see a black Clark Kent.
That doesn't make sense. Like, well,
I don't want to see that shit.
Why would they do that?
You know,
why would they do that?
More power to Will Smith. I enjoy him as an actor. I'm a fan. I don't want to see a black fucking Superman.
Yeah, it don't make sense. It wouldn't make any goddamn sense.
Like,
it really wouldn't.
Like, get these shit.
You would have to change so much of the story.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, if he lands on Earth, is he still gonna be a farm boy? Like,
or is he gonna be in the hood?
Like, well, how is that gonna work?
Selling crack to motherfuckers, and then one day a rival gang came and did a drive-by, and he noticed, oh shit, I'm bulletproof.
Yeah, for real. Like, what?
No wonder I can never get high when I'm snorting coke.
No, I think they should leave him at Hancock, which I would like to see a part 2 of.
Yeah, let's do let's do a part 2 of Hancock. You know, create your own superhero that's based on these black roles. Exactly. How mad the black community would have been if Black Panther was a white. That's what I'm talking. So that's how I feel when you make
with an African accent too.
Yeah. Oh man, you might as well just call him blackface. Put a blackface.
Yeah.
Paint him black. Yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to sound all racist or whatever. I'm just speaking facts. I'm so happy that they changed the Daredevil live action scenes from the Netflix series. Kingpin was black in the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie.
That's right. He was homeboy. He's dead now. What's his name?
Green Mile. Take my hand. John Coffey. Take my hand, boss.
Yeah, boss.
You see Matt Murdock? Tell him to take my hand.
I didn't understand why he was.
Because he's big as fuck, I guess. He's big as fuck. I guess. And the dude that plays Kingpin in the Daredevil series, he's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's perfect. He still reminds me of the cockroach in Men in Black, but he's perfect for that role. He's very good for that role.
So that that series alone shows you there's no excuse. There's no excuse for it. Keep the source material original.
Exactly.
You know, be true to the source material.
I feel like they
do whatever they want, man.
They just do whatever they want.
And be like, huh, did you like my creativity? No, we don't fucking like your bullshit.
No, it's not yours to, like, just change like that.
Taking liberties upon yourself.
I would definitely be more careful with something like that.
I know I would
because
too.
It's a fan base.
Yeah.
I don't want to get hate mail. Like, I can imagine how much hate mail this director has already
and threats.
gotten.
A lot of them get threats. You know what I'm saying?
I don't blame them.
Yeah. I don't blame them.
I really don't.
Either.
We grew up with this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
what the fuck are you doing?
I don't get it. I don't get it. But, you know, the whole point of that was we're worried about this movie. We don't know what's gonna happen.
It's already failed.
It looks like it's already failed. Venom looks great. He looks great.
It's awful.
But as far as the storyline, I feel like it's just gonna be shit. Sadly.
I'm gonna go see it because, you know, I'm a sucker for these comic based movies. You know, but
that's how they get you.
Yeah, it's awful. I tell you what, the only movie where the director took liberties and changed up so much of the story that I didn't know until later on.
Right.
But after I did my research and realized what they did and where the source material was coming from, and they didn't go nowhere even close to the original source material, is Constantine, the movie.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like they didn't give him his traditional like the caramel jacket, you know. Blonde hair, like he wasn't blonde, he was like brunette.
He was British. Or he was the original one was British.
Yeah, the original is British. He wasn't British at all. I mean, don't get me wrong,
but it worked.
It worked. Keanu Reeves killed that shit.
That's the man.
You know, and I watched it without even knowing what the hell I was looking at, and I loved it then. And then going back, it was so good when I went back and found out that he was British and he had blonde hair and all this, that, and third. I still was like, you know, I like Keanu Reeves' version better. You know, like, that's how good, you know, it was.
Yeah.
So that's like the only time someone took liberties to change up the original source material and like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna take this direction, and it worked. Yeah. You know, it was great. You know,
and it wasn't too like, you know, I understand that there's some certain things that directors cannot do, but with, you know, and talking about Constantine, it wasn't fully by the comic, but you still can recognize, as far as, you know, me reading the Vertigo comics, I love those comics, DC, that they still took the time to keep it like, you know, he's Constantine, you know what I mean? Like he's facing demons and all this stuff. He has to battle against hell and all that kind of stuff. But they kept it to the point where, what am I trying to say here? It was original to the character of that particular storyline, if that makes sense. Like, you didn't look at him like, okay, it's titled Constantine, but he's not Constantine at all. He doesn't act like him, like he doesn't. But in that film,
they like a chimney, and they got that one right.
No, they did it right. He was an asshole.
Oh yeah,
that's Constantine.
Yep.
What I'm saying is that they kept it to, like, you still were familiar of who he was as the character. Like, they didn't screw up like with, it looks like Venom here, where it's like he's not Eddie Brock. He just has the name Eddie Brock, and they're not really following his characteristics. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know.
So, yeah, guys, that's our 2 cents.
Yeah.
I really had to vent about this. I have no faith or confidence. Like, the movie's already failed, you know, just from the trailer alone, you know.
I agree.
The way Venom looks, he does look good, even without the white, you know, spider and the white patches and spinning webs. He still looks good, but, you know, it's just, it's lacking. It's lacking. Eddie Brock as a character is terrible, you know, and he also doesn't display like that. Eddie Brock's drunk, like that lustful urge and passion he gets towards the symbiote, because Eddie Brock's like in love with the symbiote, you know, like he calls it his other or whatever. So we're gonna see what happens. Maybe we'll get like a crazy surprise and Spider-Man shows up at the end of it. And
that could be it too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of storytelling. So if you tell a proper story to the point where it makes sense and it's also entertaining, you know, I'll make a video just apologizing about it, you know. So we'll see.
I don't think we'll apologize about this one. I don't think so. But if it does happen, I look forward to seeing you guys again.
Yeah. So we'll holler at you guys on the next one.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.